Recording. Quiet on the set. Cameras rolling. Action.
So here we go with this final segment, y'all. We done had a powerful one today, but the party just getting started, I think. You know what I'm saying? Because we really actually put some things out there. We started talking about our last session. How do we feed the minds? How do we feed the egos? How do we feed the necessity? Because we can't overlook that. And I think when we talk about the brothers that's out there hustling, the sisters that's out there hustling, they got responsibilities. You know, they ain't stupid. They killing our people. But how do we transfer that? How do we turn that into food? How do we turn it into food? I mean, you use horse crap for fertilizer. How do we take some of that crap and turn it into fertilizer? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to think outside.
I think we might need a bigger panel than we got here.
Absolutely, we do. Absolutely. That's why we inviting all those blowing fowls out there at King Cole Land to help us unlock this thing. We ain't got to come up with all the answers.
Absolutely. So really, if you're out there and you have a suggestion, contact us on our social media and let us know. You can join in the conversation. We want you to join in the conversation.
Better yet, if you got a solution,
absolutely,
you just need some help to execution to the solution.
We will help.
We will, for real. I mean, the thing that I'm so big on, man, is again, we touched on it earlier. If we get rid of these egos, we begin to get anti-crab theory and begin to realize that unity is part of the food that we got to be able to use, and not just for the purpose, like you say, in front of the cameras or when there's something to be gained out of it, because it's gonna hurt. I remember my journey, man. When I was trying to come back, it wasn't pretty, man. It straight wasn't pretty. You know, there was times where I was like in a straight fetal position, tripping, and I ain't proud of that. But it was necessary, and I think, like you were saying, some of my brothers that need to be in the game, they ain't willing to be vulnerable to really be fed. So we got to figure out some creative ways to get at them and let them know, you got a safe environment or something. You know, we was talking about connecting with the brothers that's coming out of prison. I don't want to capitalize on that, but I think that's a good population to start with. You know,
it is. Like, even I think we need to work on a better system as far as something to help. I mean, I know that's a whole other bag, but as far as something that's going to actually help rehabilitate the person versus just throwing them in a prison to be made money off of, and they get out, they get back in, they get on probation that they can't keep, and they put them back in, with all this red tape. We need a better rehabilitation system, getting to the root of the problem, finding a solution for that problem. Because a lot of our prisons are filled with our mental illness patients. We used to have mental illness wards, Grady used to have a mental illness floor. Now, all of our mental illness patients, most of them are populating the prisons because they're misunderstood, misdiagnosed, and just
yeah, well, definitely misdiagnosed.
You say conspiracy, but check it seriously on a straight up tip. With some of these misdiagnoses, Chris hit it on it earlier. Because some of these schools are getting higher paid, we said LDs, learning disabilities, they get more funding for that. And I ain't never seen so many dad blasted ADD and ADHD cases. But check this one.
Yes.
Wow. Now, exactly. It's part of that CO conspiracy.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. And they belt for that. Huh? our grandmamas, our elders, our mothers, our fathers, whoever, they had that ADHD medicine, that belt. Now, sit down.
We got a 37-year-old grandma on Instagram, though. So, it's a different way,
It's totally different.
But she's trying to find a babysitter so she can go to the club.
She's a grandmother.
But you were saying they misdiagnosed. You hit on something there. Think about some of these pharmaceuticals. And when you hear the commercial, hold on, don't play with me because I ain't tripping on that CO conspiracy thing. Now y'all gonna have to give me some security now. I'll start sharing this. Now give me some security.
You hitting something now? Go ahead.
Come on, think about it. When you look at these commercials with these pharmaceuticals, after they get running off all the side effects. Hell, I'd rather keep what I got.
Exactly.
They have no incentive to cure us. For real, think about it. They have no incentive to cure us when you look at, and I actually seen a couple of cases, we was talking about the juicing in our last show and the impact that that's having. Think about back to when we talk about culturally, and we think back to our ancestors. They was eating natural berries, fruits, and living off the land, and they ain't had none of this craziness going on.
Man, those people that was curing diabetes in one day.
Bro, I ran into this dude when I was in Detroit that was like over 300 pounds. And he literally now to this day, just based on diet change, has got rid of diabetes and got a movement that is just blowing up on Facebook because they watched him. You know, he had some people that was there in his corner while he was being fed, while he was changing his diet. And I think that's what we got to do. We got to change the diet, both from a physical diet as well as the mental diet of what we giving our energy to.
Yes.
If we're going to unlock this code and really create the possibility for people to realize the royalty within, we can't keep acquiescing to this crap that we've been, fed, that we've been bamboozled by, that we've been hoodwinked by.
All of that.
All of that. All of that.
And I also think that people all learn differently. So some things have to be tailor-made. So there's not just one particular system that can do everything for everybody.
That's why when Quill was talking about the system, he opened up something. There's a bunch of systems that need to be addressed.
Absolutely.
You know,
but it has to start somewhere.
It
has to start with a
absolutely
conversation and move into solutions and action.
And flexible. It has to be flexible.
And I think that one of the things, like my man said, is it ain't a one size fits all. That's why we got the group, the collection. I'm just really proud and happy about the diversity and the collection of different perspectives that we got here at the King Code. Because while we all have the common understanding that something's got to change, a bunch of something got to change, we come at it from different perspectives. And I think that's good. That's healthy. Because there's power in diversity.
Absolutely.
So next week coming up, I think we are going to be chopping it up on an amazing topic. Y'all don't want to miss this one because see, some of us out there getting it twisted. In some kind of way, we want to keep this dialogue of being black in America going, and let's make certain that we set a correct tone. This ain't about hatred or no dang body. This is about us trying to figure out how can we as black Americans get to a point where we are viable again. How do we get back to the similarities of Black Wall Street? How do we get rid of this being this $1.7 trillion consumerism? How do we get to a point where we can keep some money inside of our neighborhoods and actually develop some generational wealth?
Come on.
How can we do that? How are we going to unlock that code?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So we can actually make the difference that we all so severely want to see.
And we want to see that difference. And it's not about hating anyone else or being better than anyone else. It's about loving ourselves.
Come on.
It's about loving ourselves enough to want better.
So bad.
And if you want to hate us for that, go ahead.
Go ahead. So we're going to do a quick round table with a final thought from everybody, and I'm going to wrap us up and take us to the next week. So, Dr. J, why don't you give us a final thought on being black in America?
Well, like I said, it's all about unity. We have to challenge ourselves. We have to challenge ourselves as a people to become as one. We see what others are doing. We have to duplicate that. We have to make sure that we look out for our own people and bring it back into our own communities. And doing some community service, do some community outreach, become leaders. But most of all, the leaders need to play a part in this. Everybody needs to come together.
Awesome. Go the extra mile. Put all the excuses to the side. Put it all on the line. Make it happen. No one's going to give you anything. You got to go out there, put you a plan together, and take it. If they lock the door, come through the window. If they lock the window, knock down the wall. I mean, go get what you want. Put it down on paper so it's real to you. Put a plan together and make it happen. Stop all the gum bumping. Take action.
Chris?
Hey,
Well,
I
I ain't even gonna come there. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the baton,
Hey,
bro.
I say you gotta walk the walk instead of talk the talk.
That's what
Point
it
blank
is.
period.
Man, this has been a great show, guys.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And we are talking about being black in America, and not just for tonight. We need to get to brass tacks, get to some solutions, because see, if nothing changes, nothing changes. And we got to get beyond just as fireman over here just said, we got to quit bumping our gums and we got to get with the solution. And don't get it twisted. On our way to success, there are going to be some failures. On our way to that significance, there are going to be some setbacks. But I'm reminded of what Dr. Willie Jolly says, that a setback ain't nothing but a setup for a comeback. And so we got to come back,
Major
y'all.
comeback.
Major comeback. And it's got to happen in multiple ways, multiple facets, from all different areas. And again, we got to go into the bowels of it. We can't just stand out here on the periphery talking about, oh, well, this needs to happen. Da, 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 da. We know what the problem is very clearly. And so we would need to hashtag be the solution, not the problem. And the King Code is trying to unlock that, y'all. Not trying, we are unlocking that.
Absolutely.
We are unlocking
Keep
that.
trying. You're gonna keep trying to try. We got to make it happen.
We got to make it happen. And I want to challenge every last one of you out there. Come connect with us on Facebook/King Code. And you want to make certain that you bring your solutions to the table. We want you to be able to feel as though that you are a part of the change that we so severely need. And so we're going to just keep chopping it up. We're going to keep showing up and showing out each and every week as we continue to try and unlock the code to help you realize the royalty within. Next week, on our next episode, we got coming at you, males versus man. Are y'all ready for that conversation? Uh-oh, somebody, they got quiet out there. Male versus man is the conversation that's coming at you from the King Code on our next episode. Please reach out to us at kingcode411@gmail.com, on Instagram, on Twitter, and our email. It's kingcode411 is our IG Instagram code, and on I just jacked that up, but okay, we're going to edit that piece out some kind of way. So King Code 411 on Instagram and Twitter. Is that right, King Quill?
Absolutely.
And then the email address is kingcode411@gmail.com. Get at us, y'all. We ain't playing with this thing. We really need to hear your solutions. We need to hear your suggestions. And heck, you might even find yourself a spot as a special guest up here on the King Code, because we ain't playing with it. We helping you introduce yourself, those around you, and those in your circle to unlock the royalty within. Hey guys, this is Dr. Ed Womack, Dr. James Elevating Jones, Brother King Quillian Jackson, and Chris Allen saying peace and blessings until we connect again on King Code, y'all.
Don't cut it here, Ed. Chop it up. Chop it up.
It's your baby. Let's share other stuff.
I need to figure out.
Yeah, this gonna be music anyway.
Right next. Put all five of your hands. Y'all get done. Put all five of your hands. Put your hands over here. Put your hand here. Put your hand there. Put your hand together.
That's beautiful.
Pull it up.